Art, the great money validator. In the Renaissance, Florence was flourishing and art was creating the mythology of a renaissance, a human renaissance, to mask and hide what was really happening, which was all this wealth being taken by ravaging other cultures. All the gold from Latin America, all the spices, the food, the woods, all the many goods that were being taken. And art has had that function. Religious art validates the power. I guess in general, art validates power. Art was validating the power of the church with all the religious images. But more specifically, art has validated money and continues to do so. If you visit in New York City, the Fisk Museum, it has wonderful art collections and wonderful Greco paintings. It's free on Sunday mornings. But Fisk owned coal mines and exploited his workers. But then built a mansion next to Central Park, in front of Central Park, on the east side, on Fifth Avenue, and filled it with art. And that made him a man of the arts, that cleaned the money. The family then could be a rich family with art and knowledge, and cleans that money that was literally coal money. Even today, the same coal money is being cleansed in China through the purchase of contemporary art. Styrofoam bowl is floating down the river in the Amazonia. Why we do that? Why do we even make styrofoam? And why can anyone let that go into the river? We don't care. This is a paradise. How can styrofoam bowl be floating down the river? Hedge fund managers, other big art collectors. Thank you, Venteveo, Ventevi. Hedge fund managers, some of them have great art collections. In Dallas, I have visited the Rajowski house and the Rajowski collection, where a billionaire Rajowski, who managed money, has accumulated art, and that makes his name a respectable name, and his presence a respectable presence. And art is suddenly bent over. There's the Pinchuk Art Prize for young artists. Thousands of artists under 30 years old again bend over to seek a one prize of 100,000 euros to the best artist. And one annual prize. Is it annual or every 4 years with the Venice Biennale? Because it's shown at the Venice Biennale. I have notes somewhere about what an infinitesimal amount of his fortune that is, by how the Pinchuk name gets cleansed. And this is a man who made money in dirty industries in Ukraine. But now he's an art patron, and in a very intelligent way, with a very small investment. He's not even buying art, he's just making young artists compete with each other. He should be given 100,000 euro prizes a year, 10 million a year. That at least would be a fraction of a percentage of his wealth. give 1,100 euro prices a year. Now that's 100 million. Now we're talking. Now we are giving away 1% of our wealth at least, huh? No, but that would be crazy, wouldn't it be? I knew an art professor, an artist who said that artists were prostitutes and collectors were Johns and art dealers were pimps. There's an element of prostitution in artists. The wonderful installation artist, what was his name, in California, who killed himself because he felt that his art had been appropriated by money. Artists can become entrapped by galleries and have to produce what is expected from them or make it bigger, like a Gaussian always pushes for bigger and bigger art to create these luxury objects. Amish Kapoor had the nerve to say that artists are not the makers of luxury objects. I wonder if he said that from his factory where artists produce. Olafur Eliasson, Amish Kapoor. The artists with factories. Damien Hirst, big factory. He had to put together a catalog of his dot paintings. And then collectors learned that there were, what was it? A few thousand of them made like in a manufacturing form. You see these art exhibits, the art fairs, the Art Basel. In Basel itself, lots of wonderful art, but then the deep commercialization, prostitution of art that has come to extremes, like looking for artists from the past and bringing them back to life. Like finally recognizing women artists from the 60s, because there's a market now. I'm not trying to bring anybody to justice here. It's just that these injustices affect the lives of everybody. Keeps art from being accessible to more people. Makes a luxury object out of something that should be a patrimony of humanity. But now there's a pandemic and the economy is crashing and we're gonna try to go back to the old ways, the old normal. But the old normal was never normal.